is a word. It's more of a slingshot than a catapult, yeah, I've been...
From humble beginnings to worldwide stardom, Richard Goodall's story is one of sheer determination and unbelievable transformation. Once a janitor, Richard's journey to music sensation has inspired millions, proving that dreams can come true against all odds. But just when his success seemed unstoppable, a shocking twist left everyone questioning what's next. How did this everyday man become a millionaire music icon? Stay tuned as we explore Richard Goodall's early life, his astounding rise to fame, and the unexpected challenges that have come his way. His jaw-dropping journey will leave you speechless. Keep watching. Richard Goodall, a humble journey from janitor to music sensation. Richard Goodall's story is one that seems almost too extraordinary to be real, yet it is a shining testament to the power of perseverance, talent, and timing. A man who started his career as a janitor, working hard to provide for his family while keeping his passion for music as a cherished, quiet part of his life, Richard's journey to stardom is filled with ups and downs, tragedies, and triumphs. His rise to fame is a narrative that continues to inspire, reminding us all that it is never too late to follow our dreams. This is the story of Richard Goodall, the janitor who captured the hearts of millions, not with a mop and bucket, but with the powerful, soulful voice he had been nurturing for decades. It all began in Indianapolis, Indiana. Early life and musical foundations. Born in Indianapolis, Indiana, Richard Goodall's early years were shaped by the music that played through the speakers of his bedroom. While other kids his age might have been spending their time playing sports or exploring new hobbies, Richard was captivated by the world of rock and roll, growing up in a time when iconic bands like Journey, Foreigner, Bob Seger, and Aerosmith were at the peak of their popularity. Richard would immerse himself in their music, lost in the melodies and harmonies that defined the era. With his Radio Shack stereo set up in his room and daisy-chained speakers for surround sound, Richard would often spend hours listening to the songs that stirred his soul. His love for music was more than a pastime. It was his escape, his solace, and ultimately, his passion. However, despite his deep connection to music, Richard's life would take a different direction in his early adulthood. He left his hometown of Indianapolis and moved to Terre Haute, Indiana, where he was adopted by Virginia M. Goodall. This transition marked a new chapter in his life, one where Richard would begin to focus more on stability and providing for his future. The road to music and the stage. While his love for music never waned, Richard found himself facing the realities of life. After graduating from North Vigo High School in 1987, he embarked on a path that many people take when their dreams are temporarily set aside. He entered the workforce. Richard's first steps into the professional world were humble. He worked various jobs to make ends meet, but it wasn't long before he found a place for his passion in the local music scene. In Terre Haute, Richard began performing in local country karaoke competitions. Although he had no formal training, his natural ability to captivate an audience through his voice was undeniable. His talent caught the attention of many who heard him sing, and it wasn't long before Richard joined gospel bands, where he found a sense of belonging. Gospel music, known for its emotional depth and powerful vocal performances, became a key part of Richard's repertoire. However, Richard's voice wasn't limited to just gospel. His performances often incorporated a dynamic energy and power that set him apart from others. The band he performed with, called Menopause, became well known in the area for their energetic and electrifying performances. Menopause was not your typical local band, known for taking on songs that others often avoided due to their difficulty or energy requirements. Richard's fearless approach to these demanding songs earned him respect and admiration, particularly among the tight-knit community of Terre Haute, the humble janitor's journey. Despite his undeniable talent, Richard's path to stardom was not linear. Music was something he pursued in his free time, but he needed a steady job to support himself and his growing family. Over the years, Richard worked as a janitor at various schools, including Chauncey Rose Middle School, where he spent over 2 decades of his life, cleaning hallways and maintaining the building. His work at the school wasn't just about fulfilling his duties. He also took the time to entertain students with his singing while on the job. Richard would often sing to pass the time, using his powerful voice to lift the spirits of students and staff alike. It was in these moments, as he scrubbed the floors or cleaned classrooms, that he truly came alive. At Davis Park Elementary School, Richard would sing to himself while performing his janitorial duties, adding a touch of joy and personality to what could otherwise be a monotonous job. He wasn't just a janitor. He was a man with a voice that demanded to be heard, even in the quietest of moments. But Richard's career would change in 2022, when his passion for music and his time spent performing at work collided in a way he could never have imagined. The viral moment, A Star is Born. It all started when Richard performed Don't Stop Believin' by Journey at West Vigo Middle School, where he had been working as a janitor at the time. This wasn't just any performance. It was a heartfelt rendition of one of the most iconic songs in rock history. Little did Richard know, the performance would be recorded by a teaching assistant and shared on TikTok. Within hours, the video went viral. By the following morning, the video had accumulated over 100,000 likes. Richard, who had been scrubbing the floors just the day before, suddenly found himself the center of a viral sensation. The video quickly gained traction, reaching millions of people, and soon, Journey's lead singer, Steve Perry, took notice. Perry, who is known for his reclusive nature, shared the video on his own social media platforms, a gesture that immediately elevated Richard's profile to international levels. The video reached an astonishing 3 million views, and soon after, a producer from America's Got Talent reached out to Richard, inviting him to audition for the show. This viral moment was not just a fluke, it was a serendipitous twist of fate that gave Richard the opportunity he had long dreamed of. As a man who had always kept his music close to his heart but never fully pursued a career in it, Richard's world was now changing in front of his eyes. His life would never be the same. The America's Got Talent audition, a dream. Realized Richard's America's Got Talent audition took place in May 2024, when he performed his now famous rendition of Don't Stop Believin'. His performance left the judges, Heidi Klum, Simon Cowell, Sofia Vergara, and Howie Mandel, in awe. It wasn't just his vocal ability that captured their attention. It was his humble demeanor, his passion, and the authenticity with which he sang. As the judges listened to Richard's soulful performance, they couldn't help but recognize the raw talent that was finally getting the spotlight it deserved. Judge Heidi Klum was so impressed that she pressed the golden buzzer, sending Richard straight to the live shows. The golden buzzer, a coveted recognition on America's Got Talent, is only given to contestants whose performances move the judges in such a way that they believe the performer deserves to bypass the rest of the competition and go directly to the live rounds. This was a game changer for Richard, who had spent his entire life dreaming of a moment like this, but never believing it would truly happen. The golden buzzer, a turning point. The golden buzzer was first introduced to America's Got Talent in Season 10, and it quickly became one of the most coveted awards in the competition. The golden buzzer grants an automatic pass to the live shows, bypassing the usual rounds of competition. This not only gives contestants an advantage, but also signals that they have something truly special, a talent that stands out from the rest. For Richard, the golden buzzer was a recognition of everything he had worked for, even though he had never sought fame. It was an acknowledgement of his immense talent and the emotional journey he had gone through to get there. Richard had not just been performing for himself, he had been sharing his story with the world, and the golden buzzer validated his decision to pursue his dreams despite the challenges he had faced. In fact, Richard's golden buzzer moment was a turning point, not only in his life, but also in his career. It marked the moment when his childhood dreams of becoming a musician began to materialize into something much bigger than he had ever imagined. The journey to victory, overcoming doubts, and finding confidence. Despite receiving the golden buzzer, Richard's journey on America's Got Talent was not without its hurdles. There were times when Richard doubted himself, unsure of whether he truly belonged in the spotlight. The nerves he felt during some of his performances were palpable, but his love for music and his dedication to giving everything he had kept him going. One of the standout moments in Richard's journey was his performance of Michael Bolton's How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? During this performance, Richard's nerves were evident, but so was the passion he poured into every note. The judges, moved by his heartfelt performance, stood and applauded, giving him a standing ovation. Judge Simon Cowell, who had often been known for his tough critique, couldn't help but praise Richard's potential. In his feedback, Simon told Richard. "I think you're one of the most memorable contestants we've had for a long, long time. You nailed it, and there's somewhere to go. If you make it through, you really do have a shot at winning this whole competition." Richard's performances continued to impress, culminating in his stunning rendition of Journey's "Faithfully" during the finals. Each song Richard chose to perform was more than just a display of his vocal prowess. They were a reflection of his journey. Songs that inspired him, that gave him hope when life seemed uncertain. The success and future of Richard Goodall. Richard Goodall's success on America's Got Talent is more than just a story of winning a competition. It's a story of resilience, perseverance, and the unwavering belief that it's never too late to pursue your dreams. Today, Richard is no longer just the janitor who sings to pass the time while cleaning classrooms. He is a celebrated artist with a growing fan base and a promising future ahead of him. His rise to fame is a reminder to us all that the road to success is not always linear, but with dedication, talent, and a bit of luck, dreams can come true at any age. As Richard continues to make music and inspire others with his story, his legacy will undoubtedly be one of hope, determination, and the power of never giving up on the thing that brings you joy. The janitor from Terre Haute has proven that talent doesn't go unnoticed forever. It just takes the right moment to shine. The starting point, a life of humble beginnings. Before becoming a household name, Richard Goodall spent 23 years as a janitor at West Vigo Middle School in Terre Haute, Indiana. His daily routine was simple but fulfilling, and he was well loved by students and staff alike. However, beneath his unassuming exterior, Goodall harbored a love for music. He was a man who found solace in song, often singing as he worked, his deep, soulful voice filling the hallways and classrooms where he cleaned. Despite this passion for music, Goodall never truly considered a career as a performer. His life was one of quiet service, and his musical talent remained largely under the radar. That is, until one pivotal moment would change everything. The encouragement that sparked a dream. In the lead-up to Goodall's AGT audition, he had no expectations of being chosen. He didn't even anticipate that his singing would have a significant impact. The idea of auditioning for such a major competition was a far-off dream, something other people did, not someone like him, a janitor from Terre Haute. Yet Goodall's story took a turn when he received some unexpected encouragement from those closest to him. His wife, Angie Vanovan, played a critical role in sparking his journey to America's Got Talent. Just days before the AGT finale, she made a bold and surprising prediction that would set the course for their lives. Before Goodall boarded the plane to California for his audition, Angie shared her belief in his potential. She told him, "You're going to get a golden buzzer, you know that?" At first, Richard dismissed her prediction with a chuckle. He didn't see how someone like him, a middle-aged janitor with no formal training or performance experience, could be anything more than just another contestant. He was simply there for the experience, thinking he would sing a song and return home with a nice memory. But little did he know, Angie's prediction was about to come true. The golden buzzer moment. Goodall's audition for America's Got Talent was nothing short of magical. When he took the stage, he was a bundle of nerves. He had never performed before a national audience, and the weight of the moment was heavy on his shoulders. But when he opened his mouth to sing, something extraordinary happened. His powerful, raw voice filled the room, and within moments, the audience was captivated. Goodall's cover of Journey's "Don't Stop Believin'" resonated deeply with the judges and audience alike. It was a performance that transcended expectations, proving that sometimes the most surprising talent comes from the most unexpected places. His audition ended with a standing ovation, and the moment he was waiting for arrived. Heidi Klum hit the golden buzzer, sending Goodall directly to the live shows. That moment marked the beginning of Goodall's meteoric rise in the competition. For the first time in his life, Richard Goodall was no longer the quiet janitor of West Vigo Middle School. He was a star. Richard's unlikely road to the top. As Goodall's journey on America's Got Talent continued, his performances only grew more powerful. His voice, once hidden behind the walls of a school, now commanded the stage. His humility, combined with his extraordinary talent, made him a fan favorite. Each week, viewers tuned in to watch the janitor-turned-singer perform with passion and authenticity. One of the most unforgettable moments of Goodall's AGT journey occurred during a live performance of "Don't Stop Believin'," this time alongside Neil Schon and members of Journey. To sing with the iconic band was a dream come true for Goodall, who confessed that the experience made him feel like a rock star. But even as his dream was unfolding in real time, he never lost sight of the fact that his journey was more than just about performing. It was about inspiring others. Throughout his time on the show, Goodall received unwavering support from the people of Terre Haute, the students and staff at West Vigo Middle School, who had known him for years, cheered him on from home. Goodall's story wasn't just about his rise to fame. It was about his community's faith in him and their shared belief in the power of perseverance, the unexpected wedding, and the power of community support. Goodall's journey took another unexpected turn when, just days before the AGT finale, he tied the knot with his wife, Angie, in an intimate private ceremony. For Richard, this was more than just a wedding. It was a moment of personal triumph. Despite his newfound fame, he remained grounded, holding on to the relationships that mattered most. He wanted Angie, her sister, his best friend, and his grandson to be there to witness the culmination of his dream. Even some of the behind-the-scenes crew from America's Got Talent, who had become like family to him, were invited to share in the moment. Richard's decision to marry before the finale symbolized his desire to remain true to himself and to those who supported him. For Goodall, success was not just about winning. It was about honoring the people who believed in him when no one else did. The emotional victory. When Goodall was crowned the winner of America's Got Talent Season 19, the emotions were overwhelming. For Richard, it was a moment of disbelief. How could someone who had spent over 2 decades cleaning floors and scrubbing toilets be standing in the winner's circle of one of the biggest talent competitions in the world? It was a dream come true, and he could hardly grasp the magnitude of his victory. But it wasn't just the fame or the money that touched Goodall. It was the impact his journey had on others. Throughout the competition, he had become a symbol of hope and perseverance for people who thought their dreams were out of reach. In interviews after his victory, Goodall humbly shared his belief that everyone deserves a chance to pursue their dreams, no matter their background or age. The $1 Million Prize and its implications. One of the most exciting aspects of Goodall's win was the $1 Million Prize. For someone who had lived a modest life, the money was a life-changing amount. However, there was a catch. As with all America's Got Talent prize money, the $1 million is paid out in an annuity over 40 years. Or the winner can choose to receive a lump sum, which would be significantly reduced after taxes. For Goodall, the financial prize was not about living a lavish lifestyle. Instead, he envisioned a humble future, one that included purchasing a double-wide trailer and moving to a senior living community in Florida with his wife, Angie. He described his future plans as simple, expressing a desire to enjoy his retirement with the occasional pasta and seafood dinner. He made it clear that he wasn't interested in extravagant wealth or fame. What mattered most to him was stability and contentment. While he didn't dismiss the possibility of pursuing music professionally, Goodall shared that he wanted to remain grounded and conservative with his prize money. He spoke about the lessons he'd learned from observing lottery winners who squandered their wealth within a few years. Goodall was determined not to fall into that trap. He and Angie were careful in their approach, taking time to discuss future opportunities and considering a manager and possible gigs. Richard Goodall's lasting legacy. Richard Goodall's success on America's Got Talent is not just a story of winning a competition. It's a story of never giving up on your dreams, even when the odds seem stacked against you. His journey is a testament to the power of perseverance, self-belief, and the unwavering support of loved ones. For Goodall, success is not defined by the amount of money in your bank account or the number of records you sell. It's defined by the lives you touch and the inspiration you offer to others. As Richard's career unfolds, it's clear that his story is just beginning. His story may have started in Terre Haute, Indiana, but its message resonates with people from all walks of life. Never stop believing in yourself, and never stop singing your own song, no matter where life takes you. Goodall's journey is a reminder to all that dreams can come true, and sometimes they come when you least expect it. Whether or not he continues to pursue a career in music or returns to his job as a janitor,